God is calling upon you to do something or some things. But first of all, you have a few conditions before you reply. Some of you have walked away from your calling because it wasn't what you expected. It's more than you can handle, you're tired of it, or somebody made you mad. Hold on, because here's 3 things that will help you with that. Hiya troopers, it's Mr. J showing a love. Look, I need your support, so be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and that notification bell. You ever have too many things or too many people screaming in your ear all at once that it's almost impossible to hear God's calling on your life? Let's flash back to Mark and see how these brothers responded to the call. As Jesus walked beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and his brother Andrew casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. "Come, follow me," Jesus said, "and I will send you out to fish for people." At once they left their nets and followed him. When he had gone out a little farther, he saw James, the son of Zebedee, and his brother John in the boat preparing their nets. Without delay, he called them, and he left their father Zebedee in the boat with the hired men and followed him. Here's tip number 1. Hear Jesus' call. Sometimes we think about a call being something that happens for a minister or a preacher. Jesus has called all of us for some type of service to him. Jesus called disciples unto himself, meaning when he calls you, it's not to serve your own purpose, but to serve him, because your work is unto the Lord. So do you position yourself to hear God's call? Maybe you're not on board with what he's expecting of you. What voices or noises are so loud that you won't likely hear God if and when he calls? Are you willing to answer? If so, tip number 2, answer now. Many times we receive phone calls or text messages we just don't want, so we're not going to answer. Loudmouth Aunt Mabel? Rejected. Nosy neighbor Tom? Rejecto. Here's for that church that keeps calling. The electric company. Not now, I'm in the middle of making a video. Hello? Hello? Oops. See, Jesus has an offer in his calling. His call plus your response equals benefits, blessings, whatever you want to call them. What I do know is that it pays to answer the call, whether it was the call you were looking for or the call you did not expect. God will give you what you need plus extras to do what he has called you to do. God can pour on the blessings in astonishing ways so that you're ready for anything and everything, more than just ready to do what needs to be done. Now, when God calls, he expects us to answer. Let's flip the script around for a little bit. Do you expect God to answer every single time you call him? How would you feel if he looked at who was calling and you got declined? That's what I thought. And here's your last tip, number 3, leave everything behind. Many people define themselves by what they have, what they drive, or where they live. And these things are very important to us, but how important are they to God? That's the question. Let's go back to the Bible illustration when Jesus called the second pair of disciples, which were brothers. They immediately left their father in the boat with the hired help, which sounds like they had a pretty prosperous business. How difficult can it be to leave our zone of comfort and follow Jesus when we're engulfed by all of these important things in our lives? Understand that Jesus was not asking them to disregard their father or their fishing business, but to make sure that the calling from the Father takes top priority. Now, to display Christ-like character, position yourself to block those loud noises and voices so that you're able to hear when Jesus calls. And when he calls, stabilize yourself to answer with a yes attitude. Whenever he calls, prepare to move whatever you're doing to second priority and obey quickly. Hey, be sure to send me your comments and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. And whatever you do, keep showing your love. I'm Mr. J. I'll catch you on my next episode, and peace.